like Dr. Billy was saying, about a year ago I moved to Birmingham, United Kingdom, and I was so excited to be with this group. I almost ran to the plane. I was so excited. When I first stepped on British soil, I was on a mission trip, and these people were my project. And when I got done with them, I was gonna change their ways, and I would even have a cool British accent when I got home. The second day in the country, I met this guy named Ashley. He was the most obnoxious person I'd ever met in my life. And I was just like, why are you here? Why are you in my face? I don't even know you, and I can't understand half of what you're saying. And you're speaking English. Just because I didn't like him didn't make me a bad person, right? I mean, not liking someone wasn't exactly something alien to the Bible. Take Luke 19, 1 through 10, for example. Zacchaeus. He was the most hated man in all of Jericho. He was a tax collector, and he was the chief tax collector. He got richer, and the poor got poorer. This day was like no other for Zacchaeus. Woke up out of bed, no worries, because he's rich. He gets ready, puts on his Armani suit, and out the door he goes. Jericho seemed to be a little more gossipy than usual. Just a little. What are they talking about? What is there to talk about? So he's pretending to read the newspaper, and he's listening in on what they're saying. Jesus is in town. Oh, Zacchaeus has heard of Jesus. Jesus was the man making all the other authorities look like fools. Oh, he wanted to see who this Jesus guy was. So Jesus, he's coming through the crowd, and they're just getting larger and larger. So Zacchaeus is trying to push through the crowd, but he can't. So he tries to jump, and he can't see them because he's just too small. How can I see Jesus? I have to see who this man is. I have to. So he sees this tree, and he runs over to the tree. I'll climb the tree, and then I can sit and wait for Jesus, and I can see him as he passes by. So he climbs the tree, gets all snug, and he waits. And he can kind of overhear what Jesus is saying, but not really. He just wanted to see who this man was. But Jesus gets to the tree. He doesn't pass it. He stops. He looks up into the tree. Zacchaeus, come down here. I must stay at your house today. All you can hear are the gasps and the whispers in the crowd. He wants to go be with Zacchaeus? Does he know who he is? Doesn't he know that Zacchaeus is the chief tax collector? Doesn't he know that he cheats everybody? Doesn't Jesus have somebody more worthy to be with? I mean, it's Zacchaeus. Come on. If anybody deserves to host Jesus, it's me. And if it's not me, it's certainly not him. But despite everything that they were saying, and all the whispers, and the jokes, and the laughs, Zacchaeus jumps out of the tree, and as humbly and as boldly as Zacchaeus could, he says, "Here and now, I give half of my possessions to the poor. Half. And if I have wronged anyone, I will pay them back 4 times what I owe them." 4 times. Jesus looked at Zacchaeus and said, "Salvation has come to this house today because he too is a son of Abraham. Wow. And the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost." The Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. Jesus broke the barriers. Remember that guy Ash I was telling you about? The one that I couldn't stand. He drove me crazy. Every time I walked in the doors of Canvas, there he was. He just wouldn't go away. I was like, "Why are you here? Why are you doing this to me?" "You're doing it on purpose." I had a quote when I lived in England that hung above my bed. And a friend had given it to me right before I got on the plane. It was from Frederick Buechner, and it said, "Love is both something you decide upon and something that happens to you." Ash kept coming around because, in his words, for the first time, he felt like he was loved for who he was. Not what he did. Once I let down my own barriers around my heart, I understood that it didn't matter what Ash did or how annoying he was. It mattered who he belonged to. And he also belonged to God. I deemed Ash unworthy from the moment I saw him just because he got on my nerves. About a week after I got home from England, I got a Skype call from Ash. He decided he wanted to be baptized. Wow. Because he too belonged to God, and God used the team in England to show Ash his love. Because no matter how annoying Ash was, that love was for him too. Because the Son of God came to seek and save the lost, not the self-righteous.
Wow. Yes.
I was the crowd when I was in England, at least when I first got there. Ash was my Zacchaeus. Who's your Zacchaeus? Is it the guy that when you're on your way here, he cut you off in traffic? Or the hotel staff that couldn't seem to get the alarm turned off at 3 o'clock in the morning? Or the guy at the lunch table that would not stop chewing his food so loud, oh my goodness. Maybe he's the poor guy that you pass every single day on your way to class, but you ignore. Or the rich guy that lives like a king while you're struggling to make ends meet. Who is he? Is he African American or white? Or is he a woman or a man or Muslim or Hindu? Unfortunately, as a church, we all have a Zacchaeus. Most of the time, more than one.
Yeah.
When Jesus got to that tree, he stopped because he wanted to seek and save the lost and meet them where they are. My guess is that Jesus would be meeting the people that we consider our Zacchaeuses right where they are too. Jesus' ministry was filled with moments that people stopped dead in their tracks. Like, did he seriously just do that? He broke social barriers all the time. He ate with sinners. He hung out with tax collectors. He loved the widowers and the poor. He even loved Judas, who eventually led him to his death. His love transcends those barriers, and we are supposed to take that love and show it to others. Yeah. That means going into the city where it's not safe. Yeah. That means taking the love to the old white guy that's racist and criticizes everyone. That means, I know it's going to sound crazy, but that means that we have to love the Democrat or the Republican that we can't stand because they don't agree with anything we say. We are supposed to take that love and show it to everyone, not just our church. We need to take the walls off our hearts and the barriers around our church doors and open up to everyone. Jesus broke barriers by showing his love, and we need to do the same. Break down the barriers and show the love of Christ.
Amen.